Hey, how y'all doing out there in YouTube land? This Stiletto coming at you from the Wild Wild West. Got an unboxing today. I think it's going to be a fun one if it's what I think it is. Doing the unboxing today is my AD20.5 Shark's Foot. This little knife here has turned into one of my favorite knives. Favorite knives of all time. Favorite knives of all time. Oh, what we got here? By the way, this is coming from the KnifeCenter. You see KCI, that's the KnifeCenter. They always send me these wine vouchers. Right on. Okay, what we got? Demko AD20.5 Shark Lock Folding Knife 3-inch K110 D2. K110 is the German Bohler. German Bohler Ingot D2. K110 D2. Same D2 that he's using on the what do you call it, the AD20s. Sounds like the exact same steel. Clip point blade, textured flat Dark Earth Grivory handles. KnifeCenter exclusive. Okay. I just had to get one of these when I saw these being offered. I think I let you guys know about it in a previous video. The shark goodies. Let's see what it looks like. Oh, let me show you the box real quick, huh? Okay, AD20.5 Shark Lock. Demko Knives. And that's what the back side looks like. Nice presentation. It's the exact same presentation as the other ones. Nice pouch, and then this is a patch. It's a Velcro patch you put on other things that have Velcro. Ooh, that sort of looks green. And it comes with the pad. And in here should be the clip, spare clip for left side. That's a different looking color. That sort of looks like a toxic zombie green or something. I can't explain it. It looks, I don't know, maybe it's my eyes. I don't know. To me it looks kind of green. And what color did they say it's supposed to be? I forgot. It doesn't look, oh, Dark Earth. That's what they said it was. Dark Earth. In my mind, Dark Earth should be brown. What do you think? What's Dark Earth look like to you? Is it brown? Or is it green? A light green? I don't know. But I do like it. I think it is a cool color, but it doesn't look like earth. Let me just set this out the way. Centered up perfectly. I have grown to absolutely love these knives. I've gotten to the point where I don't care that the handles are made out of Grivory and the blades are, well, this is D2, you know, it's the German Bohler D2. It's not Chinese D2, it's the actual real, you know, German D2. D2 is a German steel. That's what it's supposed to be anyway. So this is the real German steel. And this one's made just like my other one. I'm comparing the way it looks on the inside. It looks exactly the same. Exactly the same. Absolutely love these. These are awesome little knives. And the one reason why I like them so much is because I like knives that my hand fits in, and it feels like, and with this kind of grip, the way that this is shaped, this end and this end, if you were in a conflict, somebody was to grab this blade, it'd be hard for them to pull this out your hand. And with the handle being as short as it is, there's nothing hanging off the back of it for somebody to grab either. This is an awesome little knife. And then, you know, just for the, you know, the practical utility purpose of this type of blade and this knife, you know, I mean, it's an endless utility use. It can be used for hunting. It can be used for anything. Be tactical, outdoorsman, doesn't matter. City, CEO. Awesome. This one's a little bit, oh, there it goes, starting to break in. I love these. I absolutely love the Shark Lock. This one's not hurt my finger either. This one, when I first got it, it was a bear. Let's see how it is when they're all broken in. This one's totally broken in. Absolutely love it. D2. These are at the KnifeCenter. At the KnifeCenter. Let me see, the blades are 3 1/4 inch. Yep, 3 1/4 inch for the blade. Total knife length is 7 3/4. This one's 7 1/2, I think. Yep, 7 1/2. And that has a 3-inch blade on this one. So the blade on this was slightly longer. And the handles are exactly the same. And you can see the difference in the blade length, the way that they sit in the handles. This one, you know, that's why I think this handle was intentionally made for this blade. Maybe this blade was came along later. I don't know. Because the handle doesn't really look like it was made for this blade. This blade just looks like it's just, they had to make it to a certain length so it would work with this handle that was made for this blade. I don't know if that's the way it was done or not. It's just my guessing that. But I like these light colors though. What do you guys think? I think that's more of a green than a dark earth. That's not dark earth to me. Is that what it said it was? Let me look at it again. I think it's a dark earth, right? It says textured, flat, dark earth Grivory handles. KnifeCenter exclusive. Awesome. But I don't know. It looks more like a light moss green to me. Or a light OD green or something. It's not dark enough to be real OD green. It's like more like a mossy color. I like it. I like it. D2, people. It's got a flat ground 3 3/4 inch blade, or 3 1/4 inch blade. Grivory handle scales. The backspacer's matching Grivory backspacer. It's got full stainless steel liners that have been skeletonized. It's got the infamous Shark Lock. And this is the lock. They call this part the shark fin. And the way it operates is you pull and you lift up at the same time and the blade will drop. This one still has to be broken in. Feels like it needs a little lube or something. It feels dry. Absolutely love it. KnifeCenter exclusive. They're still available at KnifeCenter if you guys want one for $149. I think they're $149.99 or something like that. Here's the one I've been carrying. This is my favorite one. Absolutely love these. These are awesome, 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 awesome little knives. And this one, the pivot doesn't come loose. The pivot doesn't come loose on this one. On my bigger one, the S model, I Loctite it the pivot screw on here because it kept coming loose. I tried blue Loctite, still came loose, so put a little red Loctite on it, just a little bit. I'm not gonna flick it and wrist flick it or anything. I just want to show you guys. Still in its drying phase. Just did it yesterday. Did it right before I did the video on the CRKT M1604DB. But this has been Loctited now too. But this pivot was coming loose too. Not super fast though. It'd take a while. And when the pivot came loose, it wouldn't really. It would still stay pretty much center. It'd just slightly go to the clip side. It'd slightly pull to the clip side. And the reason why I decided to go ahead and Loctite it because I didn't want to take a chance of it hitting the back spacer, the tip hitting the back spacer, and messing up the blade. So I want to make sure it doesn't do that. Beautiful knife. This is my favorite Andrew Demko knife so far. The S model. This is my favorite one. To me, this is a perfect size for an EDC knife because it's the right size to be, it can be used as successfully and as a self-defense tool, and it's also a great size for a utility knife. It's a little bit too big to want to pull out in front of other people like at the post office, but it's an awesome knife, and it only weighs 5 ounces. This one weighs 5.1 ounces exactly. And I love, this is Grivory, but it feels like G10 and looks like G10. It doesn't, if somebody didn't tell me this was Grivory, I would automatically thought it was G10. That's how much it looks like G10 to me. It's different than the scales on these. These scales are different. They're like shiny or I can't. These look more like plastic. These look like Grivory, or what you call it, the GFN or whatever, the glass filled nylon or whatever you call it. That's what these look like. This one looks like G10, but it's not. I've taken apart this knife and I know it's Grivory. It's a beautiful knife. I absolutely love these. Highly recommend them. Yes, the shark's foot is my favorite, and I like this one without the hole in it the best. That's my favorite style of the shark's foot. I love the color and everything about this knife. I'm not going to change anything on this knife. I'm not going to change anything on this knife. I'm not going to change anything on this knife. But I did get a couple more AD20.5s, whatever I do when I modify. And I got those just to modify. And I got some carbonized scales, 2 sets of carbonized scales coming, and 2 more AD20.5s coming. These I'm going to leave just the way these are. And the other ones are going to be the ones that are going to be modified. And one of the ones I'm going to modify is going to have a clip blade, and the other one's going to have a shark's foot. And they're both going to get micarta scales on them. But that'll be another video. That'll be a video that I'll put together for you guys. So it'll be like a I guess a scale swap video or something like that, whatever you want to call it. I'm totally digging this. It's gonna go in my drawer. I'm starting to have too many Demko knives in my drawer now, huh? These 2 are in my drawer right now. I'm gonna try out one of the clip blades too. And when I saw this one with the D2, I said, yeah, I'm gonna try that one out because that sounds like the exact same D2. That sounds like the D2 that Demko's using in the exact same blade material as these, as the S model. So that made it sound really good to me. It's nice looking tip too. It's not a weak looking blade. I like it. All right, people. Well, that's about it for those. That's all about it I had to tell you about. The thickness on these and everything is just like the other ones. Let me see. Let's weigh it real quick for you guys. I'm pretty sure everything's gonna be like the specs like you've already seen. 3.6. And we know this one weighs 3.6. He's saying 3.5 again. Wait a minute, let's do it again. There goes 3.6. It must be like right on the border. That's the reason why it does that, I think. And the big boy. Well, this is actually not this is a slim. This is slim. It's not the Mr. Thick. It's the Mr. Slim. Here we go. 5.1. To me, this is perfection. This knife is perfection. The only thing I would do to make it better is that I love this blade. I love the shark's foot blade. I absolutely love it. This is one of my #1 blades, but I would also like to have a Tonto. You know me, people. I like my Tontos. I like my Tontos. My Tontos have always been my favorite knives to carry. I would absolutely love one of these. I want the same handle, though. I don't want the handle to change, really. I like the handle just the way it is. This handle is an awesome grip. I don't want to change anything else. I just want to have a Tonto blade. Either that or a nice, strong-looking spear point type blade. That would be nice too. Something a little bit more stabby. Something like like a modified, like that one that what's that company? ProTech. ProTech has that the Malibu with the what do you call it? The modified Warncliffe or whatever they call it. I like the way that blade looks. That blade looks nice. Or something like that. I would really like a Tonto. I would like to have a Recon 1 Tonto on this, with a hollow grind blade, and then the flat ground tip. That would be awesome. That would be my perfection. And make the blade 4 inches. And make it a 4-inch, like a 3.99, so it's just a touch under 4 inches, so it's legal everywhere pretty much. Make it a 4-inch blade. That would be awesome. That would be awesome. And offer for like the same price that these. I think what these come out at first. I think these were like $275 or $300. I'd pay $275 or $300 for one of these if I had a Tonto. I'd go out and get it right away. I wouldn't hesitate. I paid $300 for this one. And I'm thinking it's totally worth $300. This knife functions better than any other knife I own. I mean, the way it functions and stuff. It's like I want to start playing with it, but I need to let the pivot dry. But just show you guys how fun it is to fidget with it. It's more fun than this one because this one has the heavier blade, and I could do more different things with it. This one takes a lot more wrist flicking than this one because this one you get the momentum of the blade because the blade's heavier. But because of that, this one's a little bit more dangerous to manipulate too, because the blade, when it's heavier, when it goes to close or whatever, if your fingers are a little bit in the way, you'll get cut. It will slice off the tips of your fingers or whatever. Whereas this one, the blade will hit your probably finger and stop. This one will keep on cutting. It'll be like a guillotine. So that's why I don't recommend this one for beginner fidgeters that are like want to get into manipulating knives and doing different things with their fidgeting and manipulating of their knives and stuff. Because this one could be dangerous if you don't know what you're doing. That's what I'm trying to tell you. It's not a good knife to start doing that with. I recommend for fidgeting knives, for people who want to fidget and twirl knives around their hand and play with their knives and do all sorts of different things with the knives, I recommend an AD20.5. Why? Because it only weighs 3.5 ounces. It's super lightweight. It's still badass, and you get to have this awesome lock. It fits in your hand perfectly. It's easy to carry. It's a perfect work knife, and it's balanced. The balance on this is 50-50. That's the reason why it's so easy to manipulate. Same thing goes for this one. The balance on this one is also 50-50. That's why these have perfect balance. Perfect 50-50 balance. That makes them perfect knives to fidget with and manipulate in your hand. And I think it makes them perfect for self-defense folders too. Because anything that's going to be lightweight and fast in your hand, it's going to be a great knife as a self-defense folder. So I think these are, and with the Shark Lock, I have much faith. I haven't seen it tested yet, but I know it's probably as tough as a Triad lock. If not as tough, it's really close to it. You know what I mean? Like a deadbolt, or, you know, I expect it to be stronger than a crossbar lock, to tell you the truth. But we'll see. You know, we'll have to see them get tested. And the new Atlas lock from GSM Cold Steel is coming out, and they're saying that's stronger than a Triad lock, but I want to see it tested. But I absolutely love these knives. And don't listen to what I said in the beginning about the materials, the lock, and the quality, and the fitment, and the way that these knives are. You're able to manipulate them and stuff once you learn how the lock works and stuff like that. It outweighs all of that, because they're just a lot more fun than any other knife I own. Button locks are a lot of fun, but button locks are real simple and easy, and I don't know. It's like it's like that girl that you met at the bar, and it was an easy meet and greet, and you went home, and the first time you met her, and y'all did the nasty the first time. You knew everything about her up to the first time you met her. So was it that, were you enthused want to go see her again, or were you out looking for somebody else? You know what I'm saying? This one is the girl that wouldn't let you get into the prize. Wouldn't let you get into the treasure chest. Made you wait. Made you work for it. Made you beg for it. And then when you finally got it, you were whooped. She had you under her thumb. That's this girl. I absolutely love this knife. Absolutely love this knife. This OJ, my little orange knife, but this is awesome. I absolutely love this knife. Absolutely love it. So, all I got to say is that I think the AD series is probably my favorite series of knives now. And I have the least expensive ones out of all of them. You know, this is the least expensive full size one. And well, all these are the same price really, but you know. But I don't have the expensive ones, and these are awesome. So I could just imagine what the expensive ones would be like. They'd probably even be better. I'm happy with these. I'm happy with these. Love them. But that's all I got to say about those. All I got to say is go to the KnifeCenter and get you one. If you don't have one, get you one. Get one of the new D2 ones with the Bohler D2, the K110 D2, the real German D2, Bohler Ingot D2. It's not the CPM, the new stuff, the expensive stuff, but it is the real stuff. It is the OG. Go get it. Peace. Stiletto.